What's up everyone? Arthur here, and you are watching MrArchieTech. So, here they are, the Amazfit Active Max. My first impressions? Honestly, not bad at all. They've got that budget-friendly but solid vibe. No fancy premium materials here, but we get a stunning display and, spoiler alert, they actually brought some serious storage to the table. It took me about 5 minutes to realize we have a new heavy hitter in this price segment. Once again, Amazfit is raising the bar. When the Bip 6 and Active 2 dropped, it was clear this budget platform had potential. And now, holding the Active Max, I have the proof right here. In this video, we're diving deep into the unboxing, the design, dimensions and materials. We will take a close look at that display, mess around with watch faces, and I'll give you my take on the tactile feel, the buttons, the strap and the overall fit. Most importantly, are these actually a potential bestseller? Let's get down to business.
Alright, let's do this.
First things first. These are not small watches. We're looking at a width of 48.4 mm, thickness of 14.5 mm and lug-to-lug distance of 51.3 mm. Weight only 39 grams without the strap. Keeping with the Active series tradition, the case is a mix of metal and plastic. It's simply painted aluminum, and you better believe I'm going to scratch test it with a knife right now. Ready for that? By the way, they fixed the issue from the first Active model and reinforced the strap mount. The lugs are metal now. The only thing I'm not digging is this little notch on the lugs. Looks cool, but it's definitely going to be a dirt magnet. The buttons are also metal with a nice gnarled texture, making them super easy to find by feel. The top button is marked with red as usual, but you actually turn the watch on with the bottom button, which has a blue accent. The glass is no name, but has a solid oleophobic coating. It's flat and unfortunately sits slightly above the case. Since the edges are a bit rounded, you'll probably need a screen protector. Let's see if our friends in China come up with some tempered glass for this soon. Alright, let's turn them on. The screen is massive 1.5 inches, which is fantastic for the price point. Now, the screen-to-body ratio won't blow your mind, but hey, it's actually no worse than what you get on the Balance 2. If you haven't seen it yet, check out my Active Max vs Balance 2 face-to-face comparison on the channel. I'll link it below. You can wake the screen with a tap or cover it with your palm to turn it off. In the settings, you can choose between single or double tap or just disable it entirely. There is also a night mode where you can switch the UI color to red, blue or green. Viewing angles are solid. Whether your hands are on the steering wheel or a keyboard, the info remains perfectly readable. The flashlight, typical for modern smartwatches, just a max brightness widescreen. And like all Amazfit watches, no brightness adjustment here. Just a toggle for a red light. If you leave it on, it will auto shut off after 90 seconds. Auto brightness works like a charm, both indoors and out. Always on display, AOD is present and can run on a schedule. You can toggle it easily via quick settings shade. Indoors, AOD brightness is great. Outdoors, it's a bit dim. Pro tip: pick a watch face where the AOD looks almost identical to the main screen, so your watch will look slightly more expensive. Can you use it as a bedside clock? Absolutely. The AOD stays on even when the watch isn't on your wrist. They claim a peak brightness of 3000 nits. Subjectively, it's very impressive. Even under direct sunlight, the screen is totally readable. Verdict: for budget device, this screen is absolute fire.
A couple things more.
As per Amazfit tradition, the first thing it asks you is to set the font size. A small but very welcome touch. Navigation and menu controls are the same as always, intuitive and snappy. You can also remap the buttons. Plus, you can set the language, date and time formats directly on the watch, independent of your phone. And here's the kicker: 2 gigs of internal storage. Finally, we're getting flagship level storage, like the original Balance had in a budget series. Early leaks suggested a 576 mAh battery, which sounded decent, but reality is even better. We've got a 658 mAh battery here. With AOD on, it'll easily last you a week. That's a massive result. Okay, let's talk watch faces. The ones out of the box? Honestly, they are a bit of a nightmare. Look, I know, different strokes for different folks, but just look at these. The first thing I did was install a new one. Thankfully, the Zap app has a decent selection to start with. You can only customize watch faces on the watch itself. There is no option for that in the app. Most third-party ones aren't customizable at all, but the pre-installed ones offer some flexibility. Though, for the life of me, I couldn't get a timer shortcut to work on any face. Now, I've got 2 pieces of news for you regarding third-party watch faces. And guess what? Both are actually great. Am I right or am I right? First, installing them on the Amazfit is arguably the easiest experience among all brands. I mean, what's simpler than scanning a QR code? Second, this watch is compatible with faces from Balance 1, Balance 2 and T-Rex 3. This means there are thousands of faces available on forums like 4PDA. Just find one you like, scan the QR code with your phone and boom, 10 seconds later it's on your wrist. How they actually feel? Even though they have some weight to them, almost like the Balance 2, you don't really feel it on the wrist. They sit nice and snug. In some videos they might look like a hockey puck, but honestly, for today's standards, it's a very normal size. I had no issue sleeping with them. They stay put during runs too. Sure, they look a bit modest, but the price isn't biting either. Let's wrap it up. What I liked. The screen is gorgeous. Size, brightness, angles, it all there. 2 gigs storage, same as the Balance one. It's enough to load some music for your workouts, so you don't have to bring your phone every single time. Design. Clean, minimalist and practical. You won't snag your buttons on your sleeves. Battery life. Simply superb. The charger. The pack style is comfortable and convenient. What I didn't like? Honestly, I don't have any major gripes. In a couple of months, when the price drops another 20%, I don't see any competition for this. Bottom line, on paper and in hand, this look like a guaranteed bestseller. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps the channel grow. Got questions or suggestions? Drop them in the comments. I try to get back to everyone as fast as I can. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and good luck!